Welcome to CycleProductsReview.com. My name is Ryan Hoblick, and I'll be reviewing today 2 track day organizations. This is kind of for the people who are interested in doing a track day, may not know anything about it, don't know which organization to take. 2 in my area are NESBA, which is Northeastern Sportbike Association, and Sportbike Track Time, also known as STT. I'm going to go over membership fees, a little bit about each group, also give some information and background on my experience with both groups and break it down a little bit. First, we're going to discuss what you need for a track day no matter what organization you go to. First, you're going to need for your gear. You're going to need a 1-piece or 2-piece race suit. Can be leather, can be Cortag, Cordura, Aerostitch type, whatever it may be. If it's a 2-piece, it needs to be 360 zipper around the middle. You also need gauntlet gloves that'll cover up the wrist. You'll need boots that are adequate enough coverage up over your ankle. They can be race boots, they can be regular boots. It just has to be enough coverage over your ankle. Helmet wise, any helmet would do as long as it's DOT and Snell approved, I believe. To prep your bike, all you have to do is tape your mirrors up, tape your lenses up, tail lights, headlights, turn signals, wheel weights. That's generally about it. You'll do a tech inspection and go from there. If you can get on their website, and I think there's a rundown of what you need for their tech inspection. Here, we're going to start with NESBA. NESBA is, like I said, Northeastern Sportbike Association. Membership for them is $25 a year. Pretty simple, pretty low price. With that membership, you get the following. Free expert instruction, one-on-one instruction to members who want it. Free crash and mechanical insurance. What that does is you get a percentage of your credit of your track day back if you crash. They don't really go into details of if you crash early, in the day, crash late in the day, or what percentage you get back. So if you're really looking to find out more information about that, you might want to contact NESBA about that. Free rain insurance for elite membership. This I really like. If an event is canceled due to rain and no one got to ride, you get 100% credit even if you didn't show up. If it rains the day before a track day, the outlook for the next day is going to be rain all day. I'm generally not going to show up. Most of the tracks are at least 4-hour drive for me. So being able to stay home, not waste my money, gas, hotel, whatever it may be to get up there is a plus to me. As long as no one else rides that day, you're going to get 100% credit. So that's good. Member discount, which is the elite membership. Members attending more than 12 events in the previous year will never have to pay a late fee or cancellation fee when signing up for events this year. If you're going to do a lot of track days, that's kind of a plus. The more you do, the more benefits you get. That's kind of the theme that you'll see throughout both organizations. Multi-day discounts. Most all organizations do this. If they have a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you pay for Friday. If it's full price, Saturday you'll get a discount. Sunday you'll get a discount if you do all 3, in a row. Free track day rewards. This is something I really like from NESBA. For every $1 you spend with NESBA, you earn points that can be redeemed for track days and memberships. Basically, the more days you do, the more points you earn, which can get you free track days, can pay for your membership, so on and so forth. Free beginner's orientation, free 40-minute seminar that tells you what you need to know when you're out on the track. Both groups do that, get a little bit more of that in the end. Flexible cancellation and transfer policy. If you cancel up to 30 days prior, you receive a full refund into your account, which is nice, you get the money back. If you cancel between 30 and 15 days prior to the event, you receive a full NESBA account credit, which basically means you're not going to get the cash in hand, but you will be able to use that full credit towards another track day, towards your membership, things they sell, whatever it may be. Free gate entrance. This is kind of a plus for me because I bring my wife on these track days, and not having her have to pay any money to get in, or if I have family members come and watch, not having them to pay just to watch me is a plus, because I've spent the money to be there and learn and use their services. I don't think there should be any fee for somebody to sit there and just watch. Sponsored and dealer savings, trackside support, free tire seminar, free suspension seminar. Most organizations all offer the same thing. If one's better than the other, I can't really comment on it because I've actually never even used their tire seminar or suspension seminar. I know I've had a friend that had suspension set up, $50, so it wasn't really free, but it was an Olin's dealer who actually set up his suspension. So, on to STT, Sportbike Track Time. Their membership fee is $35. What you get with that? STT t-shirt, STT decal, Michelin tire discounts, variety of special offers throughout the season, typically sent out via email. Over 100 dates and 27 track layouts from which to choose. No other club offers more dates or tracks. Is that true? I don't know. That's something I guess you'd have to look into. Money saving package deals, that goes back to the subsequent days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday track day, or Saturday, Sunday track day. Full price on the first one, a little bit cheaper on the next day. Free professional classroom and on-track training for novice riders. Again, same thing as NESBA. I will get into that a little bit further at the end. Track coaches for intermediate and advanced riders. NESBA offers the same thing. It's upon request, or basically if you ask one of the coaches to help you out, they will. The best selection and the best price on Michelin track and performance tires available anywhere. Again, not really sure. Haven't purchased from them. We're an AHRMA licensing program. If you're gonna think about getting into racing, they got a licensing program, so that's kind of nice. Trackside support, such as tire service, suspension, setup assistance. Again, same situation as NESBA. Gate fees. Going back to what NESBA's free. Gate fees. $5 per day gate fee for all persons 16 years of age and up, including all track day riders. So, your wife, family members, whatever, kids, $5 a person to get in the gate. Also for you, even though you've already paid the money to ride the track. Pre-entry and post-entry at the track for STT. Basically, pre-entry is defined as an order 11 days or prior to the event. So, if you 10 days or less decide to schedule an event for a track day, you're going to get a surcharge of $25. That kind of stinks, but that's the way it goes. Their cancellation made between 30 and 15 days prior to an event will be granted a credit for another track date usable for a period of 1 year from the canceled event. No cancellations will be accepted 14 days or less prior to an event. If you were before the 30 days, refunds will be given less than $15 administration charge, only if a cancellation request is received 30 days in advance in writing, which is email, fax, or letter. They also have the mechanical breakdown or crash protection, which is any crash prior to lunch, or something that's unrepairable, or your bike isn't working right, you're eligible for 50% credit of that day's event and full credit for subsequent same event days. They do not have rain out, which kind of stinks, but give or take here and there. Pricing between the two, like I said, STT has gate fees, NESBA does not. Aside from that, and STT's membership is $35, NESBA is $25. I pulled up here for Barber on the 13th, NESBA $230 if you're not a member, $205 if you are. STT is $215 for the same track. It's in November on the 27th. Now, to compare the two, I've done both. I've done NESBA a day at Putnam in Indiana. Great time, I had a lot of fun, but there wasn't a lot of learning involved, I didn't feel like. The rider meeting in the morning for the novice was about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. Went over the track, showed you the turns, the apexes, where you should be braking and everything, but that was on basically just a dry erase board. Not a lot of information on body position, braking, things that a new track day rider needs to know. Put you out on the track and they break you down into a slow pace group and a fast pace group depending on your confidence level as a rider. I started out slow pace because I've never ridden the track before in my life. My next track day I did was with Sportbike Track Time. They're a little bit more in depth, actually a lot more in depth. The first thing you do on the track, your first session out, is basically they're showing you the lines. They're going to show you the race line and they're going to show you alternative lines. There's two alternative lines in the race line. Come off the track, you go back into a classroom situation, and then they're going to go over throttle control. Throttle control, boom, boom, boom. That's what they want you to focus on only. No shifting, leave it in one gear, do the whole track in one gear. Do however many laps you're going to do in that one gear and focus on throttle control and your race line. Bring you back in, then they go from throttle control to body position. The second time, you're going to do 10-20 minutes learning body position. And then you go back out on the track. So now you're doing throttle control and body position. Come back in, you'll learn braking techniques. You'll learn, go back out on the track, you put all those things together. Come back off the track, you're back in the classroom again and you're learning shifting. So now you're going to put the shifting with the body position and the braking and the throttle control. Everything meshes together, you learn a lot before lunch in that time span. You come back, you get out there, they break you down like you've already been broken down into different levels. You have your slower pace riders, your medium pace riders, and your faster riders. NESBA and STT both do a really good job at keeping everybody safe, noticing what's going on. The lead riders, coach riders, whatever you want to call them, do a very good job at the faster paced guys getting around the slower guys, and the slower guys, you know, maintaining their line and everything flowing really well. To me, I learned more in that one day at STT than I did at NESBA. I've learned more that one day at STT than I did at all my time riding on the street. If you think you're a good street rider, go do a track day. It'll definitely help you. So, for pure introduction to track days, STT to me takes the cake. It's just a better learning experience. I will say though, NESBA has a leg up on STT on one thing, which I didn't cover yet, but I'm going to. They have an intro group to non-members, no charge. That means you can show up to the track day, you're in the intro group, you'll do the beginner rider meeting, and you'll get to do 2 15 or 20 minute sessions, whatever they are, to get your bearings and decide if this is something you want to do or not. If you say, hey, this is just not for me, you can pack yourself up and leave. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you do it and you're like, man, this is exhilarating, it's exactly what I wanted out of it, you can sign up for a membership, you can pay for the day and continue out the day. Both groups are really great, but if you're, first up, never done a track day but thinking about doing it, I definitely lean towards STT for, just a lot more learning experience, a lot more hands-on stuff. You just learn more techniques with STT. Now, if after that first track day you're feeling a little bit more comfortable, NESBA is a great organization to ride with outside of that. NESBA is a little bit more freedom. But yeah, so again, STT, check them out at sportbiketracktime.com, and if NESBA sounds like something that you're interested in, go to NESBA.com. Check out both of them. You can read everything that I pretty much told you here on their website. Make a decision, and might be something you're interested in.